Let's decode the MV Hondius ship. The Noah Toti Uster Rarum Orbis map by the Hondius family was a coded worldview, a blueprint of how humanity once understood the earth, the heavens, the oceans, the unknown, and man's place inside the cosmos. Ironically enough, while researching this ship, I discovered that it carries an old world map connected to the Hondius legacy, and that immediately triggers something in my memory. When my father passed, he had this exact same map hanging in his room, framed on the wall. My father was a traveling man, always speaking in riddles, symbols, and layered meanings. To this day, I still have this ancient map inside my home. And for years, I would stare at it in confusion, trying to understand why it felt so important and why I was so drawn to it until today. So when I saw this map again tied to the MV Hondius, I knew there was a deeper clue hidden inside of it. As an occult researcher, I began studying the symbolism, the figures, the Latin, the creatures, the ships, and the cosmology surrounding the map itself in order to understand the greater mystery connected to it all. And what's interesting is the Hondius family were not the explorers themselves. They were the map makers, the collectors of knowledge, the preservers of navigation. The men who took the discoveries, stories, star charts, sea routes, mathematics, and observation from explorers all over the world and turned them into one system. Around the map stand four figures: Julius Caesar, Claudius Ptolemy, Gerardus Mercator, Jodocus Hondius. One represented empire, one represented mathematics in the heavens, one represented navigation in the modern world, and one represented the preservation and spreading of knowledge itself, Jodocus Hondius. Together, they help shape how humanity would navigate the earth for centuries. But when you look deeper into the map, you realize this was never just geography. You see the words ignis, aqua, air, terra, meaning fire, water, air, earth, the four classical elements. The ancients believed reality itself was built from these forces, that the earth mirrored the heavens, as above, so below. That some symbolisms appears in Manly P. Hall's The Secret Teachings of All Ages. On the cover, humanity is chained between the heavens above and the earth below. Symbols in the sky, symbols beneath the feet, the same idea hidden in the old maps. The map itself becomes a mirror of the occult philosophy. The heavens above, the earth below. Man standing in the middle, trying to understand both. Even the so-called monsters and strange creatures in the oceans were misunderstood. People today think they represented evil. Many times they simply represented the unknown, regions not yet explored, fear of what humanity had not encountered yet. At the bottom of the map, you see symbolic deceptions of people of the world: Moors, indigenous tribes, foreign cultures, feathers, animals, ships, theaters of the civilization itself. Europe was attempting to categorize the entire world into one image. And the deeper symbolism is this: whoever controls the map controls how humanity sees reality. That is why these maps feel alive when you stare at them. Now fast forward hundreds of years later, a modern exploration ship named Hondius again. And suddenly, these old symbols return: the horses, the explorers, the unknown waters, the movement into a new age. The old world believed history moved in cycles. And maybe that is why humanity once again feels like it's standing at the edge of another transition, another map, another unknown sea, another era. And what is even more fascinating is the symbolism of the ship itself. In many ancient traditions and mystery teachings, the ship represented more than transportation. It represented the vessel, the body, the womb, the feminine principle carrying life through the waters of chaos. A ship moves through water just as a child moves through the water of the womb. It docks into a new world, often a long period of pressure, darkness, movement, and transformation. Even human birth itself happens through water, through a canal, through labor, through chaos before the emergence. 9 months hidden in darkness before entering a completely new realm. That a symbolism appears through ancient civilizations. The ark, the vessel, the ship, the womb, the sea, all connected to transition, to rebirth, to crossing from one state of existence into another, which makes these old exploration maps even more symbolic. Humanity was not only mapping the earth, it was mapping transformation itself. Because every age reaches a point where humanity must leave the familiar world behind and navigate towards something it cannot fully see yet. The ancients mapped the earth, but now humanity is attempting to map consciousness itself. Do not be deceived by the deceivers called the traveling men. They build false roads again and again, keeping your eyes buried below while the soul whispers where it must go. The real gate was never hidden in stone, but buried deep where the spirit is known. Agartha is not merely a land below. Narnia is not merely a tale men told. The heavens are not simply above your head, but realms awaken once illusion is dead. You are the vessel crossing unseen waters, moving through worlds beyond what eyes perceive. And when the waters broke at the dock of earth, the soul forgot the reason for its birth. That is the spell, that is the veil, the forgetting of why the spirit sailed. So walk straight forward when chaos begins. Do not bow to the noise of kingdoms and men. Ignore every fire, every false light glow, for your path was written long ago. And remember what happens at the dock. After 9 moons upon the waters, the vessel meets the rock. The waters break, the gateway sways, the soul gets lost, then finds its way. For birth was never where you end, but where one realm and another blend. A crossing carved through tide and sea, from one dimension to eternity.
I walked on shadows in the pouring rain. Every step a question, every answer pain. The mirror cracked, but I